Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I'm back to work on the fall folder envelopes. The big tall envelopes. So I've taken out all the cards that were in there. I have one left and I think we'll work on that, and then we'll probably do some like finishing touches, and then this one will be basically done and dusted. So I'll put that in there. Well, actually, I'll just do this on my own because that's going to take forever. But anyway, we're going to do another one of these large cards today. So how are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. These are all just old file folder bits and pieces that I have. So I'm using up a lot of stuff. And this is green packing paper. And it's very crinkly. So what is happening with everybody? We are going to be doing well, I'm going to use a file folder, and I'm just going to kind of call it a file folder journal collaboration. However, I don't think Carol's using a file folder. It's all about, you know, where you can get file folders and all that. So it doesn't matter. But it's Carol, Nancy Piter, Mitzi, and Linda at Handmade Iowa. And so we're all going to work together. And we've done it before. You guys have seen, if you've followed me for a long time or whatever, seen us do that. So that's what we're going to start on Tuesday the 30th. So if you would like to join in, all are welcome. We're just making an accordion style journal. That's really the big thing that goes in a pocket. And so if all you have is paper, you don't have a file folder, then just, you know, you can do that. And I gave each of the ladies an idea for a journal in a pocket kind of thing, but I told them also they can just make their own, like if they already have an idea of what they want to make, then just do that. So I don't know yet who all is doing what, and then they can use any of my paper kits, you know, to decorate up their journals. So just for some fun, you know, because we like to do that, all us friends. So that's what we got planned for right now. So they don't have to be, they can be a theme like a Halloween or whatever. It's up to each crafter what they want to do with it. I'm just going to I think I'm going to use my Deserted and my secondhand store to do mine. And then I might add some fall leaves or something like that. But it's not really going to be any particular theme. I just thought that would be a fun thing for us to do. And everybody can have their own style that way. It's always fun to see what everybody comes up with when we do that. Definitely a good way to do it. So I am, again, using up scraps. This is from, I think this was my Grungy fall, I believe. Or actually it might have been in with Kids in Costumes, I think, which is a Halloween kit with kids in costumes. Amazing, right? So yeah, that's, I think, where that paper comes from. Like I said, just want to use some of my scraps up because I have so many, it's ridiculous. And just leftovers from kits too. That's another thing. In tomorrow's video, I will be showing the new Christmas kit, Rustic Christmas, but it's in the shop now if you want it before then or whatever. And that's only because I did my videos out of order this week because I just had ideas, and that's just how it worked out. So this is a piece of that packing paper that I collaged all over and cut into strips. I've said that 1,000 times, I know, but just in case people are just now joining me, I don't want it to be like, what is that and where'd you get it? And, you know. Just a bit of collage masterboard. I do like it cut into strips because sometimes you just need a strip like right there, for example. So it's nice to have like that. Oh, I did want to tuck something under that edge. So I'm going to, oh, nice little train sound there. Or it could have been a big truck horn. Because I'm thinking, I don't think I'd be able to hear that. The train is pretty far. I mean, sometimes you can kind of hear it when it really gets blowing its horn, but generally don't hear it that well. I'm just pushing down that edge because I want to add a tag here that I just kind of want to tuck in there a little. This will probably go pretty fast, but then we'll do some finishing touches so you guys can kind of see how I did the rest of the journal, because I did do quite a bit of this without you guys, only because, you know, there's just a lot of steps, and so sometimes I just have to do some of the things on my own, because otherwise you guys would be like, yeah, we saw this like 100 times. So try to keep it interesting if I can. This is just Tim Holtz tag thing. I don't know, I think I'll go this way. Just want it tucked here a little bit. Glad I remembered that, because I usually do that and forget. And then near the end, you're like, oh yeah, where does this piece go? Then I got these cutest, it's a stamp. And it is from Lime Art Supplies. But this little stamp, it looks like a paint. What do you call it? Oops. Like, you know, the little box, the watercolors in it, and then it has paint, and then you can write the color. So I wrote Wild Honey on there because I used Tim Holtz Distress Oxide and Wild Honey. But anyways, it came from Canada, so I probably spent way more than I should have with shipping, but I just loved it, and I thought it was so cute. So if you are like me and can't live without it, then pop over to Lime Art Supply, and I'll leave a link in the description box below for it. But I just thought it was so stinking cute, and I'm really into, obviously, this paint box thing, so I want to put that right there. But aren't they cute? I just love it. But yeah, they're not horribly expensive at all. It's just the shipping was kind of a killer because it came from Canada. But, you know, every once in a while, you just got to do it. Then I have this piece of Tim Holtz. Oh, this was going to go under as well, and I forgot, so I guess it's going on top now. Too many things going under. Of course, this side's flipped up still. I need to say hugs and blessings to Brenda, Barbara, Betty Ann, and Beverly. I have all of my lovely B letter ladies today. Love you guys, and I thank you for watching my channel and commenting. I really appreciate all of you, and welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have been with me for a long time, short time, whatever the amount of time. I appreciate you. And I have lots of ladies that have joined into the 50 stack challenge this time, and I thank you. And I'm trying to, you know, add you guys into my video description with the link so that people can go check out your channel. If I miss somebody, just let me know and I will do my best to remedy that. But yeah, I'm trying to catch everybody, and I'm trying to have a peek at some of the videos, and I'm sorry if I do miss some. It can be... I don't watch a lot of videos. I do watch some if I have time. It's usually a time issue. And sometimes I watch them at night and like right before bed. So I have been known to forget to comment, and I apologize. I do try because I know how important it is. Here I am telling you guys all the time to do it. But it's not for lack of, you know, caring. I care very much. I just, there's only so many hours in a day, right? But I really do try to pop over and say hi. And beautiful, some really, well, all of them are beautiful makes that everybody's doing. It's just so fun to see how everybody interprets it. And sometimes I feel like it's kind of like telephone because like you'll have a prompt like rip and flower or whatever, and by the time it gets down the line to whichever person, it's like, you know, ripped and a specific kind of flower or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of fun to see how it ends up. That's just a piece of book binding and some strings there, and that's probably not going to stay till I stitch it, those strings. I might put a little glue under here, just a little. I don't want a lot, but just to tack it onto there so it'll stay, hopefully. It's a beautiful fall day here. It's been in the 70s, which is absolutely perfect. Perfect, perfect. And I had fun hanging out with my daughter yesterday. I did do a video, but, you know, I still had time to chitter-chatter with her, and we actually went thrifting. Found a couple old cool books. So that was fun. She found a couple things. Which way do I want this? Maybe this way. And that's just a Tim Holtz bit. Oh my gosh. It's like sticking to me horribly. And then I have these flowers. Tim Holtz flowers. And I'm going to put this butterfly down here. Because we've kind of been doing the butterfly thing. And this I'm going to put here, I think. I don't know where else I want to put these. Thinking maybe one there. I mean, I don't have to have them all. It's just kind of fun. They're kind of fun. Something like that, maybe. Or do I want this one over here? Maybe that would be better. Yeah, that'll work. I like this flower, so I don't really want to cover that. Oh, I forgot to do on my doodles, huh? I better do a few doodles on here, or it's not going to match the other ones. I totally forgot about that. That's the only problem. Once you start something, it's like you got to keep going with it, and sometimes I forget. Come on, pen. It's just not. Just gonna do. Asymmetric writing. However, doesn't matter. It just gives you a little sparkle there. So that's kind of fun. I did that first big card like this with you guys. So you have seen me mess around with this stuff. And it doesn't have to be perfect, which I know is something that we all strive for, but it really doesn't need to be perfect. It just adds something to that layer. Because you're not going to see it all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. These pens, I don't even know where I got these. These might have been given to me. Artistro? I don't know. And this one is Utilo. I might have bought these ones. I do like these. And that one. They work well. This one usually will. We still have loads of construction going on here, so. I kind of have figured out if you do every so often an actual letter, it does make it look a little more real. Mine's very messy, but my own handwriting is very messy, so. I don't know why this one's not. Neither one of them want to give me any paint. Numbers are always good because it doesn't have to be specific at all. Okay. And I think I need one more, like, these swirly things, just because I've done them on all of the cards in the gold. So I do like to keep that in the dots and the X's. I'll do one more over here. I lied when I said one more. Okay, that will work. And then we'll add some white gesso when we add white gesso to the other ones. I think it definitely adds something when you do that. Old phone books make great glue books, and you don't feel bad about throwing away the pages. I'm going to cover that too much, but I want a little bit of the wing on there. Oh, I was going to tuck that under there, wasn't I? Huh. I do need to remember to put the flowers first, because they do need to tuck under this. That's Tim Holtz piece. And so are these flowers. They look very fall-esque. I don't know what those are. I had a plant when we lived in Sparks, Nevada at one time, and it had flowers kind of like that, but I had to get rid of it because it kind of smells like vomit. I know that's really gross, like nobody wants to hear that, but it seriously did when it would bloom. And it would attract flies, and I don't know what in the world that thing was, but I ended up taking it out. It was in our first house. We, had no clue about plants or anything. And, yeah, that was crazy. I don't even know why they would sell those at a nursery, you know what I mean? I mean, those flowers, they're beautiful like that, but ugh, it was not good. Not good at all. Sorry if I grossed you out, but it truly was a thing. Yeah, that's just a super cute stamp. I think they're just fun to add like one here and there. Bring it over here a little more. These longer cards, a lot of people have mentioned it's hard, and it is. But what I will say about this particular journal, because those envelopes are wide, the width of the pages, or I guess if you could call them pages, is not a whole lot different than a normal journal page. Yes, longer for sure. But I've kind of figured out if you try to do some balancing all the way up, it helps. And just adding some of these bits and pieces helps. It is very tricky, and I have struggled with it in the past, but what I can say is these bigger ones definitely make it easier than the really skinny, tall ones. They're very difficult, I find. All right, we need the tape. Where did I put that? I put it away yesterday, but apparently I left it in my pile of stuff here. Yep. My faux tape. Love this stuff. I was trying to find a small one, but I've used them all. I know there's other pages, but I'm kind of trying to use up, a page at a time. I do like it, though. I think it adds a lot. Very sticky. So I know. Why do I put glue on it? I don't know. That's just what I do. Just like to make sure it stays sticky. Okay, I think I remembered all the things now that the other ones got, hopefully, except I need to do the gesso. Okay. So use this. There's always little bits of paper everywhere. I'll just put it where I had some before. That way, hopefully it'll... I had another brush. Oh yeah, this one. A little bit of water. And I'll need some gold too, but I like to get the edges real good. And then I'll back this card and I'll stitch along there and put something on the other side. I don't know what yet, but oh, I forgot to ink it. Oh, I'll ink it after. All the steps. You'd think by the end of the journal you would remember everything, but I don't. Why, I don't know. So don't ask me. It's just whatever comes to the brain. Okay, I think that's good on that. And then we'll do some gold. We don't need a lot. Just putting a little bit here and there. Oopsie. So when you do that, just take a paper towel. And it's still going to leave some of the sparkle and stuff, but that's fine. You just don't want to totally obliterate that poor little butterfly. Put some on this flowers. I do like to do like I always think I'm going to do something specific, but you really can't unless you have a nice flat surface. So, but these dry cool when you do this gold like that. I know it looks like wet right now, but let me show you on these. See this? That's what that is. It's blah right now, but once it dries, it looks a lot better. More interesting, I guess you could say. Okay. Now that's going to have to dry, and then I will back it, and I will put something else on the tab right there, but yeah, it's got to dry. All right, so the other tags were these long ones that we did the other day. I never did anything else to them, but I'm going to do a little bit more. So there is a video for this one, so if you didn't see it. These are, I'm putting in, I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine, and like this particular inspiration was from Pinterest, so it's inspired by Pinterest. It's in there too, but the whole journal will be in that. I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine because that's what the original, the envelope journal, that's where the original idea came from, so. That's why there. Teddy just got home. He was running errands. I just like the feel of the gesso. It doesn't end up showing a whole lot because I usually put ink over it, but I just love, I'm actually going to blot that before it has time to soak up the colors of the digital. I always forget, and I do that and it turns pink, and I don't like it when it turns pink. Do some gold on those as well. I don't know what I'm going to put on the back of that journal. Probably just some kind of leaf, something. Haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, I'm gonna let all of this stuff dry. Oh, I do need a little bit of gold on here. I don't think I'm gonna put a ton of gold, but a little bit on this one. Oopsie. That was a little more than I wanted. It's okay. Just be a bigger splat. All right, I'm gonna get these dry and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm gonna go ahead and do a flip through. I went ahead and finished it so that I wouldn't have to do another day and everything. So sorry, because I know I was in the middle of doing something, but you'll get to see the finished product. So anyways, I went ahead and put a piece of fabric over the spine just because it didn't really have to have that, but because I collaged hair, you know, sometimes it doesn't want to stick very well where it bends. So anyways, I went ahead and did the back. So this journal is a tall one, and it is spoken for. So I know I haven't said that yet, but it's like 11 3/4 by, I'm going to say 5, but then with the tabs, it's more like 5 3/4. So, yeah, good size journal, definitely. Definitely long and tall. So you guys have seen the front. We did that together. And then I just tied it with this old cotton fabric that's been coffee dyed, just because I liked the way it was all ratty at the ends and stuff. But it could be tied with something fancier if you so choose. Oh, I forgot to put one of the cards back in. So in this pocket here is this journaling card that we did make this one together. That's what they look like on the back. I've put a little something on the backs of them too, just so that the tabs, when they're sticking out of the journal, they don't look flat on one side. They look finished on both sides. Okay, and then when you open it, you have a writing spot. This is just clipped on here. It can be moved somewhere else or wherever. This flips up. You can write here if you choose. And then this has a tag and another tag. And most of these I've done videos on. There's a few in here that I did not do videos on, but some of them are inspired by Pinterest videos or Art Journaling Magazine videos or Somerset Studio, which is what started this. So there is a video for the first video of it, or the first make, and then continued on. Of course, everything is not done in here, but I've mainly used, this is my paint swatches, sorry, and some leaves that I stamped, old paper. These Polaroids are my Grungy fall Polaroid digital. And then just, you know, random other stuff, because like this one, there's no digitals here. It's all old paper and other bits and pieces. Okay, and this one has another large journaling, I don't know, card, I guess you could say. These are Tim Holtz pieces, the little ones too, and then just old paper, and this is Tim Holtz as well. So there's not a ton of digital in this one. There's that little leaf that we made together, so there is a video for that. And then this is an old envelope, vintage envelope, and the tape was on it, and I just wanted to keep it there, so I just made a little spot. You can write on the back of this. And then I added this. This is one of the inspired by Pinterest journaling card made from an envelope, and it's all closed up. You can't, I mean, obviously it's stitched all the way around, but it's just for writing on the back. But it was just a good one because it looks autumn-ish, and I like that paper sticking out. And then here we have a large journaling card also, and I've really kind of grunged this one up, like it's got bits of other paper and whatnot stuck on it, and inked and gessoed and all of that. And then this is a large writing spot here. Sorry, there is some bits from the ink, and a guest check. That's all done up. A playing card, a large playing card to tuck that into, and then a large paper clip just holds this to the page, but you could move it if you wanted to. There's another very large journaling card here. So although this doesn't have loads of pages, I feel like there's quite a bit of writing, especially if you're going to use it as an autumn journal. Autumn's not super long, you know, so I feel like it's definitely enough for an autumn journal. And this is just a rusty bulb pin with a button, some beads, and a piece of lace. Oh, one of you did ask me, is there room to put pages? There is not. If you wanted to put more pages into this, like actual paper, when you create it or make it, you would have to create yourself a little spine to be able to do that, because this, as you can see already, is quite fat. And that's just from decorating the envelopes and putting something in the envelopes. So there's just no way to put like another signature in there. But you could, when you create it, you'd have to like keep a space between your envelopes and leave yourself a little bit of a spine to do that. So it could be done. It would just take some playing around with. So this is a little paper bag, and there's just this paper tucked in there that you can write. So another writing spot. And this also has extra writing space. And that's the paper bag. And in the top, there's another writing spot. So there's definitely places to write, even though there's not lots of pages. All right, and then this is another whole thing that you can do with it to give yourself more writing space. I just paper clipped it, but there's a journaling card here, and that's just a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera tucked into one of my old things digital pockets. And then it has a tab. The tab's open and you can write on both of those. There's goodies in the pocket, and there's even a tiny little tag inside of this envelope. So there's lots of spots to write for sure. And then this tab opens again and you have more writing spots. And this whole part you can write. And then this one opens and this whole spot could be written on. There's a large tag here to be written on. And a little spot there behind the cute girl with her wings. And then this closes back up and you just paper clip it. Like so. And then inside this pocket, there's another one of those super large journaling cards. And again, I did both sides. And that one turns, and then there's a little journaling spot here that tucks in. You could also tuck a photograph in there because this frame, it kind of has some room on either side so that you could tuck a photograph if you wanted to do that. And then this one, the same thing. It has, let me see if I can find something would tuck in behind that as well. So you could tuck a picture in this one and this one if that's what you wanted to do. Or another, you could put another little journaling spot in there if you wanted to. I just like the flower. Here's another spot that opens up. Paperclip comes off. It opens like this, so you can journal all here. There's a tag there. And these are images, vintage magazine images. Another journaling card there. Or tag. I signed it. And then there's a large tag there. I didn't make this one with you guys, but I did do most of them. And in the front here, you can get a hold of it. Right, is what? Why are you stuck? This is the paint chip one that we did together. I did go ahead and splatter it and put a little more gesso and stuff on it. Oh, and these leaves, that's a freebie. And it's in the description box of each of the videos that I've done on this piece. And then we're going to clip this again. Actually, right there. And I'm just clipping all of those to the front of the next pocket You don't want to close it. You don't want to clip the whole pocket, or you won't be able to get your journaling card out, the large journaling cards. So I just do it to the front part. Oh, I'm sticking so bad. Another one. And that was the last one the one we did today together. All right. So that is it for that journal. It is all done, but I love it so much. Like, it's going to be one of the hard ones to let go for sure. So I hope that, who is getting this? Leslie likes this one. And if she decides she doesn't want it, I just will go to the next person on my list. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you. Bye.